Alright guys, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is March 12th, 2021 on a Friday, 9:03 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. We do this every morning at 9 a.m. Make sure to click on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications and like our videos. Really do appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Let's talk market, shall we? Dow futures are up 44 points currently. NASDAQ futures are down 200 points. Down 1.5%. S&P futures down about 15 points. Nothing really too crazy. Russell 2000 futures are flat. Bitcoin futures down 3.36%. We hit 58,000 last night. We are at 55,680 on the spot. Spot Bitcoin. Crude futures are down 0.41%. 65.75 a barrel. 1702 on the gold futures down 1.17%. Silver futures down 2.55%. Copper futures down about 0.77. Dollar yen for my Forex people, 109.14, up 63 pips. 119.22, down 61 pips for the euro dollar. And the dollar index is up about 0.5% after being smoked yesterday. 91.89 currently on the dollar index, and the VIX is up about 3% at 22.59. Let's take a look at some pre-market movers. Actually, let me give you the where we at with the bonds. Where is the start thing? I thought I had here the bonds. Okay, U.S. bonds right now, 10-year is at 1.607. So we breached that 1.607 number. We had a PPI number, which is the producer price index number. Let me see if I can get that number for you guys. It's in the news here, and then we'll go for some pre-market movers and answer some questions. Where is the PPI number? PPI is the producer price index. Oh, where was this thing? I guess it wasn't reported. I think I went ahead and retweeted it. Okay, PPI final demand 0.5% for February versus 0.5% expected, excluding food and energy 0.2%, which basically met expectations. So PPI wasn't too hot, which is the inflationary read on the economy. Not too much in regards to inflation. Inflation tends to be very tame, so nothing really crazy. So I'll chart here Bank of America inflows into tech funds, analyzing 140 billion year to date. So there's obviously some demand for tech companies as we got that big boost yesterday on NASDAQ. I'll go ahead and bring up NQ here. Let's see if I can go get that here. We did hit as high as 130.96, pulled back to 12,829. Hello, sorry about that. So again, a little bit of a pullback, still up for the week for the most part. I think we're week starting the 8th, so we're actually up for the week. NASDAQ big push, again, just kind of pulled back a little bit. Really, if you want to chart the NASDAQ right now, S&P hit all-time highs yesterday. NASDAQ still has a lot of catch-up to do. So really, what you want to do here is right below the 50-day moving average. We do need to retake about 13. Actually, really the number you really want to take to really retake the March 3rd flush is around 13,195. So again, all this is here is pretty healthy. I was actually speaking to a former, well, actually still a student, masterclass student. We were kind of talking about Tesla and everything like that, and NASDAQ, and I told him that corrections usually in the market are once every 12 to 24 months. We had one last year with COVID. Well, it was more big time correction, more a bear market, and then we had a correction in NASDAQ this month. So statistically speaking, we're more than likely not going to have another correction in the market for the rest of 2021. And I believe that. I think the worst is absolutely over. Will you get blips here and there? Sure, absolutely. I told him as long as inflation tends to be tame, well, as long as the 10-year doesn't soar to the point that it breaks 2% in a day. Meaning that it has to kind of keep in mind that you don't want to have 75 basis points in a day on a 10-year yield jump. Again, it's not about the rise of the 10-year yield. It's the violence of the rise, the volatility of the rise. Keep that in mind. Very, very important. All right, let's go ahead and go over some pre-market movers. Let's see. NEO down 4% pre-market. I still have calls for next week. I opened those. Apple's down 1.48%. Microsoft down 1.43%. Boeing up 0.87%. Intel down 1.37%. Verizon up 0.43%. Disney is up. JP Morgan 1.34%. The banks are up again. I saw some unusual options activity on XLF, and I played that again. So it's going to be for June, and I saw some really good movement. I went ahead and let our members know. JP Morgan's green, Goldman Sachs is green, American Express is green. XLF, of course. Tesla down 3.5%. General Electric is red. American Airlines up 0.27%. Wells Fargo up again 1.41%. Bank of America up 1.24%. So again, we're seeing it. It's the bank's rotation financials. AMD down 1.7%. But what I am noticing, I don't see any energy here. So let me see if I see Chevron. No Chevron. Chevron, no. Let's see in the NASDAQ. Again, you can see red. Facebook, Intel's down, Micron's down, Baidu's down, JD's down. Again, Costco's down too, and that's part of the NASDAQ. Not exactly a tech company. So again, you're really seeing the rotation again as the rates go up. And what I've been saying is that if rates go up, you need to be focused on energy and banks. And banks are still doing well. And I've been writing those banks for a while now. We've been saying it. So again, tech is going to be here and there. But I still think long-term tech is going to be fine. And we're going to get some bounces here and there. We're going to get some falls here and there. But the worst is absolutely over. That I can say with confidence. All right, guys, let's answer some questions. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Carlos. How do you feel about CPNG? I got into 55. It's been cratering. I don't know what CPNG is, so I can't give you an educated answer on what that is. It says 52.90 currently, so it is up pre-market for what it's worth. CCIV stock and June calls. I would stay away from CCIV. I don't think it's worth getting into. I think that's the one with that EV car. One thing I don't recommend is getting into too many stocks in one space. I already have 3 in EV, Tesla, Blink, and NEO. I don't want to add another one. So I do not recommend CCIV. I think Tesla's a better play. I think NEO is a better trade. I think Blink is a better trade in the EV space. For June calls, I don't see any volume since we're not open yet. So just depends where we were yesterday. Yes, you're welcome. GM, good morning, sorry. Thoughts on Aiden? I don't know what Aiden is. XLF 618. Yeah, that's the one I'm in. I'm in Financial 618. Yep, saw the volume there. And let's see if I can bring that up here. It's the UOA that we saw for our members. And I went ahead and let our team know. 36 calls for June 18. So we should be able to break out at 34.89 and catch that as well. Space calls for mid-April. Well, let's see. Depends on the strike. But looking at space, you need to get above this 50-day move. There's a 200-day moving average. So I would wait for about 34.42 before I do anything with space. ESPO buy level. ESPO, yes. One of my favorite ETFs is the video game ETFs. I own it. Let's see if I can find a dip level here to buy. Oh, I haven't even marked it. Man, I always run out of space here. Really, the next one was actually right here, 65. Did I miss it? I must have missed it. Below 65.03 would be a good place to go for a buy opportunity. What's the reason today's spike in bond yields? That's a really good question. There's nothing really that stated there was some kind of catalyst. The PPI numbers really wouldn't be the catalyst to buy bonds. Again, we had a pretty decent auction this week, so again, it could be just a rotation into buying bonds, but there's no real rhyme or reason today that bonds were bought. Let's see. Do you think Nike will hit all-time high after earnings? I do. I love Nike. Nike's a great stock. I actually own some long-term calls on it. Thought on buy points on DKNG. Want more though. Thanks. Yeah, good old DraftKings. We do love DraftKings. Let's see. It's probably down today with tech. All the growth. You can see that 72 was the recent high. 73.83, I believe, was the all-time high. Let me see if that's the case. Yep, that's the all-time high. So looking at it here, if you're looking for a buy opportunity, I have a level below 50. That's my level on the daily. Right at 50 was the previous breakout level. That's where I'm buying. It's right below the 100-day on the daily. So if we get to 50, I'm definitely scooping up more shares. Do you think Nike? Yeah, JMIA. I don't know much about this company, but I'll just go ahead and chart it for you guys. It's right at 49. It hit 49.19, the 50 day on the daily, and rejected. So big moving average there. I would not touch it. I don't know much about them, so I can't give a recommendation on a company I don't know. But again, looking at the chart, nah, nothing too crazy. Thoughts on football bouncing back? Football, I think, is great bouncing back. A lot of the streaming companies are doing their thing. Disney hit a new milestone of 100 million subscribers. Um, Netflix is taking away password sharing, so it's going to get more revenue. Again, these streaming companies tend to be kind of coupled together, kind of like tech, semiconductors. So football is still a long-term play for me. I think they're going to be great. They're going to integrate some sports gambling with it. Maybe the dream one day would be that they integrate with DraftKings. Wouldn't that be nice? Because I own both shares. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. And not much more questions there. All right, guys, happy Friday. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll catch you guys Monday for the morning note. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. I think next week is spring break for most of you. If you're in college or what have you, enjoy yourself. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you for Monday's morning note. We'll be here. Catch you guys later, guys.